AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Congratulations! The situation is
welcome back.
Sorry for all your ears out there, whoever's listening on Spotify, because we are super excited. If you didn't know, which you should know if you're a Jersey Shore fan, Mike is out of prison. He posted it online. I can't even... everybody, before we even get into this episode, because to be honest with you, the most important and exciting part of this entire episode is the fact that Mike is out of prison, and it wasn't even in the episode.
Right.
Feelings on... Mike being out of prison. Like, let's just really dive into this.
Oh my gosh, I nearly cried, you guys.
Yes.
I was like literally on my phone when I saw the news. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just like thinking about just like, I can't imagine how happy Lauren of all people is.
Yeah.
And of course Mike himself too, but like they're ready to start a family. They're getting right into it. Like, let's go. Baby situation's on the way.
Yes, I got super emotional because I knew, like, we all knew the day was coming, but just to hear the news that he was out, and I love that Lauren's posted one of my favorite movies, Goodfellas, and she posted the photo where Karen is waiting for Ray Liotta's character to come out of jail, and I thought that was so perfect. So I'm super excited. I know, and I cannot wait to. And I know Jersey Shore cameras ran to Jersey and they started filming.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm sure we're getting like 20 episodes this season.
Yeah, I was on my computer when the news popped up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, are you serious? Like, I was so excited for him because, you know, I've just been waiting and waiting, like, how much longer is this guy going to be in prison? So he's finally out, and I just see, like, good things to come for him.
So for anybody that doesn't know, which, I mean, nobody will know, we're in a little group chat, and so that's how I found out. And we have the Jersey Shore group chat on Instagram, and I found out from that group chat, and I was so excited. Guys, you have no idea. I'm so happy for him. I can't even believe that I was like tearing up because that's really pathetic. I don't know him, and I was like really emotional.
It's because they're like family, and I mean, we've been with Jersey Shore for 15 years maybe now. So it's really nostalgic, and we all hold Mike a special place in our heart. And I think because the situation is now the inspiration to see him take this accountability like a man and say, yo, I got to do what I got to do, and for him to be out is just really exciting. And as this show, we see them visiting Mike and him going in, so it's one of those things where it's literally like family. So
yeah,
I know we got super emotional. Before we start, I just want to say, guys, if anyone's watching, I am on my phone in the live chat, so if you guys have any questions, any comments, make sure you guys hit us up because I'm here.
Yes, Nakia with the live chat.
Yes.
Let's jump into it. I would ask everyone's overall opinions, but I think we all kind of agree that not a lot happened this episode. It's still obviously always good just to watch them interact. Like, I think we've said this multiple times. They could just be sitting there talking and it like nothing happened, but I still will be a faithful watcher every week and I still enjoy it.
Yeah, it was still a good episode, and I really enjoyed I always enjoy the interaction between Vinny and Angelina. It's just so funny and hilarious, and so yeah, it was even though it wasn't a lot going on, it was still a good episode.
Yeah, I was surprised when it ended. I was like, oh, that's it? I thought something bigger was going to happen, but overall I did enjoy it because they're hilarious. Just watching them interact, they're all so funny. They had so many funny moments that we can talk about. It's awesome. Well,
speaking of Angelina, first of all, the episode starts out kind of like where we left off, where Vinny has a sprained ankle, and Paulie picks him up, and they're going. I mean, it's very planned out, but they're going to the strip and stuff. And then it kind of pans over to Angelina packing for Vegas because her and Dina are going to go visit the boys in Vegas, and she's with her boyfriend Chris, and she's just talking about how he doesn't want her to wear certain things, and this hit home for me because I have been in relationships like that. So they play it off like it's nothing. I wanted to get your guys' opinions because they played off, like I said, like it's nothing, but really that's very controlling in the way she was talking about it and the things that he doesn't like just a very automatic red flag. Maybe I'm used to it, so now I know where to look for red flags, because that to me was like red flag, him telling her what to do. What did you think, Benny? Sorry, I'm like, I don't know why.
The guy in the group. The one guy.
I was looking.
What do you think?
I'm Benny. I was looking dead at you, so I was like, Benny's the first one I'm gonna.
You know what? It's I agree. I agree with you. You know, she is a grown woman, and she should be able to wear what she wants. It's not like she's going down the strip butt naked. You know, she's wearing clothes, so you know she should be able to express herself how she wants, and he should just take a step back.
Exactly. And you know who you get with at the beginning of every relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And I just feel like, first of all, no one should tell anybody what to ever do. And no man should ever tell a woman what to do. But at the end of the day, you know who you got with. And this probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, it's like you said, it's like a controlling thing. And that is very triggering for a lot of people in a lot of different aspects. So I don't like that.
I agree 100%. It's really interesting. Their relationship is really interesting because you know, I understand though where Chris is coming from because of what happened last time they went to Vegas. Angelina was, you know, getting down with the strippers, but it wasn't anything crazy inappropriate. You know, it was just, you know, it's just a strip show. It's Vegas, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, but the thing is, I think he's putting too much concern with these strippers when he really should be concerned with her and Vinny.
Okay, you bring that up, and that's a good point, because I'm like, you bring up a little thing, but like, Vinny has been like openly flirting with your girl in front of you.
They hooked up, like they had. Didn't they have sex like
they did
years ago?
Well,
and it's still lingering.
We're gonna save the Angelina and Vinny talk for the end of the episode, because that's pretty much like what half of the episode was about. So stay tuned for that. But let's just rewind it back a little bit and talk about Ronnie's conversation with Paulie. So, I mean, I had to write it down here because there's a lot. So Ronnie said that Jen doesn't want to hang out or associate with the roommates. And that confuses me because recently, I know this was taped different time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember, Jen posted a picture with like Angelina and the girls, like, oh, and some of the guys like, yeah, this is couples night. So like, I'm sorry, but what the F is she talking about?
Okay, this is what I think. I think that she knows, or she has a feeling that the roommates don't like her.
Yeah.
And so that's why she's saying, I don't want to hang around the roommates, because why is she gonna want to hang around someone who doesn't like her?
No, you're right.
Like, I'm not gonna want to hang around someone who doesn't like me. It's
True.
like weird and it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I think she's getting that vibe from them.
Especially when you're like the topic of conversation, when she literally is all over TMZ, social media, and she knows that they don't like her, and she's obviously watching the season before, so it is uncomfortable. But I just feel like to stop pulling up to all the different events. And again, these were filmed different times, so I don't know the timeline from like the Ariana's birthday party to Mike's wedding. Like, I don't know where this was happening for her to be like, I don't want to hang out with them. But I do understand where she's coming from, because girl, you've done so much. You done dragged the man with your car and you're on TMZ. That is embarrassing, walking in and being like, hi everybody, good morning.
It's just the way it's
like
put.
nothing happened.
Like, it's just the way it's just the way it's put. I think is like she doesn't want to be she doesn't want to hang out with the roommates. Like, girl, come on.
Those are really good points. I wasn't thinking about that. I was also thinking about possibly the fact that he's using that as an excuse to cover up something else. You know. But those are good points
like it's all him.
Yeah.
Like he's the one that's like, what do I come up with because me and Jen are doing good, or like something.
You know what? That's a good point, because it could be him basically saying like, I don't want her around them because they already judge me, they judge her, I don't want them asking her questions. So he could be just saying like, she doesn't want to hang out with you guys.
True.
And she could be like, well, where are the roomies? Like, I'm gonna turn up.
Yeah.
Let's drive these cars. Let's drive these people.
You know what? That does make sense now, because why wouldn't you want to? You're getting TV time.
Exactly.
20K, girl.
Right, exactly.
Somebody's baby mama. Get a check for not working. So you're right. It could be probably
I didn't think about it that way.
It's a good point.
I think that makes sense. Well, the whole crew, well, not the whole crew, but we got most of them there in Vegas. We don't have JWoww or Snooki. Is there anybody else I'm missing? I think it's
I think that's it.
And Mike. But the guys are there besides Mike.
Yeah.
I wrote down too, because while I was watching it, I was like, Snooki hasn't really been around this season. I feel like you think it's because she's been around, but like I feel like I've seen Dina and Angelina like a lot.
Yeah.
And Like, is it because of the baby?
I feel like it's because she's pregnant.
Yeah, but Dina just had a baby and she left.
Yeah, but this could be like the beginning stages of pregnancy where like Dina just popped baby out, I'm good. Where I think maybe like she's sick, she doesn't feel good. I remember her and Gianni were trying for a baby. And remember like the last episode, I forgot where they were, when Angelina and them threw those chairs at that girl and they went in the bathroom and took a pregnancy test. Maybe she's worried where she's like, I don't want to mess this up.
Yeah.
Because the last one didn't really happen. So maybe she's falling back a little bit.
I don't think I might be wrong, but aren't you not supposed to travel a lot?
No, you can't. It's up until like your 8th or 9th month. But I do think a lot of high risk pregnancies, women who miscarry, they do get a little worried where they don't want to put a lot of strain and stress on their bodies. And maybe she's like, I want to turn up, and when I'm with my friends I want to drink, and I'm pregnant and maybe I can't.
Right. I just miss her.
I love her.
Yeah. I just miss Snooki. But the whole crew's together. Pauly brings in the Chooch-mobile for Vinny, so he has like a little scooter, and on the back he says like "I heart Pauly" with that infamous face that Pauly. You know what I'm talking about?
I need to get those stickers. Put them up all in my room.
Yeah, so all of them are together. We have the whole crew back. Immediately. Is it Vinny or I'm trying to think? I think Vinny started with Angelina. I don't think it was Angelina. It was Vinny. Instantly there was clashing.
Vinny started it.
Vinny.
But you know what, low key, Vinny always starts it. We used to always say this last season that Vinny low key is obsessed with Angelina.
He likes her. There's sexual tension.
He likes her more than she likes him. Definitely.
Exactly. She's hot.
Well,
she is.
We were saying she is really hot. I still think she likes him. She like gets off on it, I think
she does, and I think she likes the fact, because remember when he and Chris were there and it was a weird competition between the two of them, I think she got off on that. This was like, I think last season, where Vinny was being weird and junk and Chris was like, oh, what's happening? I think she does, but I do think that Vinny likes her, and he doesn't want to admit it, and it just keeps coming out, and he's like, damn, I actually like this girl.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think he feels weird about liking her, so that's why he keeps picking on her. It's like, I don't want to have feelings for this one, but you know what? I do.
Even the roommates are saying that he likes her. So it's...
Well, that's what I was going to say. In the confessional, Pauly's like, I am convinced that... Did I write it down here? He just goes, Angelina and Vinny will get married. That's literally what he said. Yeah. He was like, so everybody knows it. Everyone makes a joke of it. They like each other. He seems to be just look at him. He doesn't look mad. He's always smiling. He's always laughing like, ew, like Angelina. Like, think about when you're a kid. Think about when you're a kid and you're like in 5th grade.
He picks on her so much.
And the guy's picking on her and like, you know what I mean?
I like low key, I still do that. Like, I still pick on the guys that I like.
They say when you like someone, you bother them, you pick on them, and I think that's someone's.
But I know it's
that's my way of flirting.
I was gonna say that's an easy way of flirting when you pick on someone like, oh, you're so silly, you're so stupid, I can't stand you.
And he goes out of his way to do it. Like he literally goes out of his way to mess with her.
Goals. He's obsessed.
Hashtag goals. Well, before we get in,
someone fight over me.
Right? That's what I want. Before we get into more Angelina and Vinny drama, there was kind of like a little detour. They all go to dinner, and something I found really interesting was how Ronnie was basically giving JWoww advice on her relationship with JWoww not being there. Like, what did you think about this situation?
Oh my gosh, no pun intended. Drink situation. Yeah, he's free. But anyway, that situation, I agree with Pauly D 100%. Ronnie is in no position to be giving any kind of advice. I get where him and the guys too, because they are concerned, like they're on their like, overprotective, like, brother mode. They want to look out for JWoww. They don't want her just jumping off relationship to relationship. They're just like, was Jenny ever single?
Yeah, they said they're like, Jenny, we've never seen her single.
And that's like a good point they raised. I'm like, I don't think I remember her ever being single. So I get that.
Sorry, really, really quick flashback. Remember when Pauly and JWoww made out season 1? Just thought
I was hoping that was going to be a couple, but it wasn't. They made out.
It wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be.
Anyway,
I think you're absolutely right. Ronnie has no place. It's different from like Mike, the situation, giving advice, because Mike is someone who went through it, going through the trials and tribulation, and accounted, like he took accountability and responsibility for his actions and everything that he did wrong. So he is someone who can mentor and tell people, this is what I did, this is what I'm going through. went through. Ronnie has never done that and has never, like, I think Ronnie knows that he has a problem, but Ronnie's not in the position. And I feel Ronnie where he wants to give his sister advice, but I just feel like, baby boy, you got to fix what's happening at home. Right. He can give me advice, but I do love that they are concerned because we have never really seen her single, mother of 2, and I think sometimes she needs a break. So I love the concern, but it's like, Ronnie, I
know, right? Not you, fix yourself.
Not you.
My whole thing is, how are you going to give advice to someone on a relationship when your relationship isn't even that great to begin with? So that's why I was just really confused about it.
Pot in the kettle. I don't know which one Ronnie is, but you cannot tell me about relationship if you're being dragged by your woman's vehicle.
And your
now I can understand it, like you said, if he went through it and he was able to get through all that, but he hasn't even really touched the surface yet of getting out of it.
Exactly. That's the difference between someone who, like, you know, the situation and him. Situation went through it, was able to come through, and he can write. Ronnie is still going. And it's like, once you cross over, and then you can give me advice and say, fam, I went through a very toxic relationship. We were both abusive. I now see my faults, I see her faults, and we're moving on. Then you can give me advice.
See, I'm excited for Mike to get out of prison and hopefully give Ronnie someone support, like, you know, I feel like I need to drink, call Mike, or like, they can see each other more. So I'm really excited. Hopefully that happens, because I really want, I think the problem is Ronnie recognizing it, so I think he needs to recognize it. But before we get into the fun and obviously the best part of the show, Vinny and Angelina, what do you want to tell us, Nakia? Tell us, our AfterBuzzers.
Sure. Hey, AfterBuzzers, love you guys, and we really do appreciate you guys for tuning in and helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. Well, we could not do this without you. So do me a really, really quick favor. If you guys are on YouTube watching us live, because you guys love us so much, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up and leave us comments, because we will be sure to give you guys a shout out on this show. But we don't have just this show. We have reality, we have drama, we have WWE. There's a whole MTV family next door. Are You the One reunion happening right now, and that's all going on at AfterBuzz TV. We are also on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud. And if you guys are listening, make sure you guys give us 5 stars and leave some comments there, because again, we will not be here if it wasn't for you guys. So we love and appreciate you guys, and thank you for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Thank you for that, Nakia. Thank you guys. We really do love you, and there's nothing really more I have to say. She already covered all of it. So now it's time to get into the pretty much what took over, I think, most of the show. So the roomies all go to the bar or wherever they were, and they play Jenga with the huge blocks.
I love that.
And what I thought was, like, it seemed to be set up, because it wasn't like whoever loses has to oil up Vinny. It's if Angelina loses, you have to put oil on Vinny. So who loses? Angelina, of course. She was like, I really don't want to do this, guys. Like, you know, she's like, guys, like, I really don't know. Like, I really don't want to do this. I'm very uncomfortable with it. So she was just not having it, but secretly all of a sudden she's like, all right, fine. She comes with like a bunch of oil.
Yeah, she was into it.
So we really didn't get to see. The previews are of next week of like really her getting down with it, but like we got to see Vinny taking off his clothes, him being like, I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, boy.
What were your thoughts on this entire situation?
Angelina wanted to lose that game.
Yeah,
hands down, she wanted to lose that game. She was like, please let me lose. Each one in her mind probably, please let me lose. Like, she wanted to lose,
like,
and she got her wish, and she got to oil up a naked Vinny.
She's like, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I don't want to touch Vinny.
I mean, I will say, when they were playing that game, I was giving me anxiety, because I didn't want her to lose, because I was just like, oh my gosh, like, they're always picking on you, like, just go for a win this time. Like,
I knew she was gonna lose,
but of course she lost. And
I mean, you know, the both of them together, MTV, us, the fans, the roommates, we all want to see it happen if it hasn't, low key, because this is on TV, and I know she has a new boo, but they both are equally obsessed with each other. I think Vinny just a little bit more, and I think the fact that she's ignoring him more, it turns him on. But I think she low-key enjoyed it, and he high-key enjoyed it.
I used to think Angelina liked it more than Vinny.
But now it's like opposite. Because I think it's one of those things, when you know how they say when you get a new man, that's when you get a new partner, that's when people start to come back and they're like, oh, hey, boo. And it's like they can smell that you're with someone new.
Even if you don't say anything.
Even if you don't say anything.
They know.
So the fact that like Angelina was obsessed with Vinny, but I think that she's not really paying him any attention. She got a tall, fine glass of milk or chocolate milk, because he's nice and tanned.
Caramel
champagne.
You think he's cute?
He's attractive. attractive.
Really?
I love tall men. He's not fine, but he's, from another man's point of view, he is tall. He is handsome. He's dark. Like, it's just something about him. So
I saw him at the VMAs a couple weeks ago. And
how tall is he?
He's very tall. I would probably say he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Baby.
And you know how tiny she is.
So I'm little keto Vinny. I'm like, ooh, I'm a little insecure now because this is the girl who was obsessed with me. He was calling her all these names, and now she has a new man. And I think now he's like, oh damn. It's sort of like the people that you like didn't like you when you stopped paying them attention. Now they like you.
Story of my life.
And it's like the age. It's like the age-old saying, like, you want what you can't get.
Exactly.
And now he can't get her because she's engaged.
Exactly.
So
if she wasn't, he would hate her. And it would, you know what I'm saying? It would be too easy. But now that it's hard, it's a challenge. It's normally like that.
Yeah, I think they both loved it. Like that's pretty much what I think happened. I think they loved it. And then the episode ends off with like a little preview of them, and like you know, we just kind of know what's gonna happen. Nothing like sexual is gonna happen.
Right.
I just have a feeling she's gonna be like, oh my god, ew! Like I can't believe I'm touching Vin like this. Like,
but in her mind, she's gonna be like, oh my god, keep on going.
She's gonna be like, oh, I know. Or you know how she talks? She's gonna be like, he secretly loved it.
Yeah.
Like she secretly
So
loved
I'm like, I
it.
couldn't wait for this moment. He loved it. I loved it.
Well, I stand for them.
I love it. I want to see it.
They make a good couple. They make a cute couple, I
They
think.
do. I'd like, as Monique says, I'd like to see it.
And as Paulie says, they will get married.
Oh yeah. I agree.
But now it is time to move on to our news and gossip section. If you want to hook us up, Nakia.
Yes.
so excited.
So I'm gonna start off light first before we get into the big shebang. We were just talking about JWoww. Looks like JWoww and her ex-husband are officially divorced.
Nice.
So sis is officially divorced. She can now move on with her life with her young 24-year-old boo. He doesn't like that name, but you know.
But he's 24.
But he is 24.
And
what do you
so let's
say?
get rid-
She's like 34.
25 though.
Exact 25-year-old boo will be his new name. So her and
Every year
Roger
changes.
are officially divorced. But guys, I have the best news ever.
No one. Now I'm so scared.
Mike, the situation is
Oh my god! Oh my god! He's gone! He's out!
I'm sorry. I thought it was something I didn't know.
So for those, sorry for those listening and we're screaming in your ear, we're really excited because I seen this news yesterday. Yesterday it said Mike the Situation will be coming home tomorrow, which is today.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, I was on it because Jersey Shore's news page on Instagram, they follow me, I follow them, and they posted this story that he was being released tomorrow. And I was like, what the hell? And I forgot to send it to you guys. And then this morning I woke up and then Lawrence posted the photo of Karen from Goodfellas and she said mood, and I was like, oh my god, I think Mike's coming home. Then Mike went on Instagram and him and Lawrence, they posted this amazing photo with their dog and said that he's home. So I bought some champagne for us to celebrate the release of Mike's Situation because we know baby situations will be in the making, and I know MTV ran their asses over there because I bet you not next week but the week after, how much you want to bet that like we're probably gonna get an episode of him coming out. They're gonna switch like the whole schedule.
Oh yeah.
So congratulations, Mike.
I think that him coming home, like, MTV is just like losing their mind. They're like, the situation's back. And I also, from that picture, he looks good. His hair looks good.
He looks amazing.
You can see his, like, in here, you can see like his arms.
He was getting haircuts every 2 weeks or every week.
But you know what? Has anyone seen the movie Goodfellas? It's one of my favorites.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
And Lawrence referenced it. It reminds me of when they were in jail. This is, of course, in the 60s. No, the 70s. 60s and 70s. When they're in jail, they're living their best life because the Italians were in this special segment and they're cooking spaghetti, they're cooking pasta. And that's not a stereotype. That's just what they were doing in the movie. And it made me think, I'm like, yo, Mike lived his best life in jail, got haircuts, was eating really good, and just made me think of Goodfellas today because Lauren posted the photo. So I just want to say congratulations to Mike. We are so happy that he is out of jail.
Yeah.
We are going to
We should all cheers, yeah.
to Mike the Situation.
Cheers to you, Mike.
Guys, we got emotional, man.
Were we crying? I teared up a little bit.
I feel little tears coming out.
I teared up a little.
Tears coming out.
I don't even know this guy.
It'd be different too.
Right.
Like, let's get real. It'd be different if Ronnie was in jail. Like, we wouldn't feel as emotional. But like, Mike has changed his entire life around that it's like it's hard not to feel that for him. And like, I can't imagine what Lauren like has been through. I can't even imagine like her thought. But like, luckily he wasn't there that long. That went by really fast.
What a blessing for
woman
him.
was probably on like cloud 9 when she came home.
I'm glad they waited. What I thought was weird how they wanted to have kids before he went, because that means she would have been pregnant the entire time.
Yeah.
Which is more stressful. So I think now he's home. Dad, what does he call himself? Big Daddy Sitch is home.
Oh, I love him.
Now they can make all the little situation babies. Like, I just think this is perfect timing, and God bless him because he didn't have a long time in there. I think his brother got a little bit longer, but
2 years.
2 years where Mike got 6 months. But Mike, like I said, Mike owned it. He takes responsibility and accountability, and this is why I love the situation, because remember Mike from Jersey Shore, not Family Vacation.
Completely different
Jersey
person.
Shore.
I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm currently rewatching all the Jersey Shores. I've done this before, maybe like a year ago. Now I'm doing it again, starting from season 1. Mike was such an asshole.
He was
such I can't even believe I look at him, and it was not even from the things he did. The way he talked, he'd be like, I mean, like, you know, like it was just
lifting his shirt every 3 seconds.
Yeah,
and I think he knows that, and he owns
no
it.
humbleness.
So just to see him today as sweet and humble and loving and recovered and sober, and the fact that Lauren has been by this kid's side since the beginning of Jersey Shore, and the fact we all love Mike, the situation. I know the fans can agree, and I think him being released from prison was a little emotional for everybody.
I just think he would take the shirt. He would literally take the shirt off his back for anyone now. When it passed, he would take people's shirts.
Yeah,
right.
That's a good one. So we're happy for Mike. Cheers, Mike situation.
Yes.
Cheers to Jersey Shore.
Cheers, Mike.
Cheers. We love you. Is there any more news and gossip for us tonight?
That's it. The biggest thing was just Mike, the situation, getting out of jail.
That was the best news.
Guys, this is like the happiest day of my life, which is really sad. But it is now time for our special segment. Benny, you want to tell us what it is?
It is time for our special segment, the Spiral Squad. Woo! So I'm pretty sure we all have the same Spiral Squad. So on the count of 3, let's all say it. 1, 2, 3. Vinny!
Okay.
Yeah.
He literally broke his ankle.
Mess.
One thing that I didn't add in there was it was so brief, but we know what's going to be coming. We heard Pauly D on the phone with Uncle Nino, and he wants Uncle Nino to come and show Vinny what Vegas is all about.
Prank War Champions.
That's what it is. Okay, it's not Pauly. MTV said, invite Nino. We need something.
Yeah, because they're not inviting Nino in real life.
Let's get real.
Nino's just great for TV.
You said they're not inviting.
Guys, my favorite part, I think, maybe of this whole entire season, maybe series, was Mike going out to dinner with Uncle Nino, or going out with Uncle Nino, not knowing what he's talking about.
And he's just staring at him.
But just the fact that they made it seem like they naturally wanted to go to dinner.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So funny.
But I like how casually Mike was sitting there. He was like, had no idea.
I hear you, brother.
He was like, yep, sure. What? Okay. That was awesome.
That's literally how you talk to Uncle Nino. You just nod like, yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. How you
guys? How do you guys feel? Let us know in the comments below if you want to see Uncle Nino come back. Me personally, I don't really care. I never know what he's saying.
I did know what he said when he said, he's like, I have some friends on the inside. I'm like, of course you do.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I did hear when he said that he looks marvelous in a Speedo, so I don't know why that's the only thing
Nino's getting checks, okay?
Nino is getting checks.
Whole family gotta eat.
And before we head out, guys, I really want to get into our AfterBuzz predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
We want to start from Benny and work our way here.
I think that Vinny and Angelina, they're going to secretly love their little massage thing that's going on. I think we're gonna see Jen again. At first I thought we weren't gonna see her anymore, but I think we're gonna. We saw her last week, and so I think she's gonna show up again soon and start some drama.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see.
Drama queen. I predict, this isn't really about the show, but I predict MTV is going to throw Mike getting out of jail sooner than later. Like, I feel like, because remember when we were doing Jersey Shore at the beginning, we didn't know like when the show would ever end because MTV kept doing their own thing. I predict that MTV is going to do something wild where like the next 2 episodes will be casual, and then like the third one will be like Mike getting out of jail, and it's like, wait. So I predict we're going to see him getting out of jail and see more Mike in the future, because this is cool with him not being there, but we all love Mike the situation. So I predict us seeing him soon.
And MTV's literally obsessed that he went to jail.
Of course. So I know they're probably filming that. They're going to edit that, do string outs, have that bad boy for next week.
And you know they probably planned it also.
Of course.
Yeah.
That camera's probably waiting for them to walk out them damn doors.
I hope we get to see that soon because like real time.
I think that might be soon, but I would also like to see. Remember we got the news where Snooki stormed out the house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to. I think that might be coming up soon too.
Definitely.
Prediction.
Well, I predict, I mean, obviously this episode was a little, kind of slow compared to other episodes, but it was kind of like the calm before the rampage storm, so I really feel like the rampage is coming next episode. Like, something's about to go down.
Yeah, because he was sitting on that bed, looking at his phone. Well,
all quiet.
I literally, all my predictions is everything that you guys said. It's pretty much exactly the same. I'm retweeting what they said. But thank you guys so much for watching. We truly love and appreciate you guys. If you want to let us know where they can find you.
Yeah, I am Benny Adams, and you can find me on all social media at Benny J. Adams.
I am Nakia. I was gonna say Nakia May. I've been saying my last name wrong. Nakia Monet. You can find me on social media at Kiki Boom Boom. If you like reality TV, I do a show on Sundays called Back to Reality where we talk about Jersey Shore and more.
Yes, and you guys can find me on Instagram at DJ_Beaulieu.
Hey.
And you can find me on Instagram at Justine DiVanna. Let us know if you're excited that Mike is coming out. Hopefully we get to see next week. The MTV pull something together so we get to see it sooner than later. We are so excited, and we will see you guys next week on Jersey.
See you guys later.
Founder Keven Undergaro
Yes, yeah.
and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.